Distressed and worn out denim clothes. It is certainly a fashion statement and a versatile piece of garment that has existed since decades and can be dressed down or dressed up. But the question is, at what cost? Because it turns out that the practice of distressing and making them worn out can cause lung cancer. Do you think that I'm mixing sweets with salt and that there is no correlation between our denim clothes and lung cancer? In this video, you will see that there is a correlation between the two, and in this regard, the video will uncover the hard truth about the denim industry. Hello everyone, this is Asil Bekaba and welcome to my channel where I help you understand matters of fast fashion and sustainable development the legal way. So it is all things fast fashion and fashion where I attempt to explain you issues of labor rights in the fashion industry. Let's talk about the definition called denim sandblasting. Treating denim to make the fabric look worn or faded is common within the clothing industry. Different methods can be used to create the desired finishing effect. One such method is sandblasting, which can be extremely damaging to workers' health if performed without suitable protective equipment. The large amounts of silica dust generated during the process can cause silicosis, a potentially lethal pulmonary disease as workers inhale tiny particles of silica. The International Labour Organization estimates that every year nearly 2.3 million people will lose their life due to horrible workplace conditions, and an astonishing 160 million will contract occupational diseases. And one deadly contribution to this statistic is international practice of sandblasting. During this process, workers shoot abrasive sand onto denim jeans under high pressure. Because sandblasting is fast, cheap, and easy, it doesn't come as a surprise to learn that this method was preferred by international manufacturers. The problem, however, is that without proper ventilation and the right safety equipment, sandblasting can lead to severe risk of lung cancer and eventually death. Inhaling silica even for a short time is sufficient to contract the disease. The use of sandblasting increased when the distressed denim trend took off in the 1990s. When the Turkish government saw that a higher number of denim workers were dying from sandblasting, they banned the practice in 2009. And by 2010, 40 major denim brands, including Levi, H&M, Armani, and Versace, announced their own ban on sandblasting in efforts to end the fatal approach. I would like to briefly talk about the experience of Mr. Abdul Halim Demir, founder and owner of the brand Bigo, which is a sustainable denim production brand in Turkey. Mr. Demir started his career in the fashion industry as a worker in a warehouse, a sandblasting denim warehouse in Turkey, where at a course of his work, he contracted a lung disease, silicosis, the one that I mentioned before. And now, as a result, he lost almost 50% of his lung capacity. This didn't stop him, and he decided, as a result of, his disease and the experiences, horrible experiences that he has seen while working at the warehouse. You can imagine he must have lost friends, colleagues, etc. He heard of a lot of horrible stories. He and other people, he decided to approach the Turkish government, and as a result, the Turkish government banned the practice of sandblasting because they found out that, people were dying from workers working as sandblasters, if that's the correct word, were dying. And this was a horrible, work experience for all of them. Speaking of Mr. Demir, the name Demir, his last name, actually is translated as, from Turkish, iron. And just to add to what I have said, I think that his life experience and his internal, personal strength has shown that he's a really iron man. And thanks to him, changes happened in Turkey. Thankfully, this practice of sandblasting is no longer legal, but I'm thinking that the practice has not stopped at all. Formally, I will talk about it a bit later. Formally, this practice is illegal according to the law, but I'm guessing, my suspicions are that some people still, have to work at such, sandblasting warehouses, and that it has not been completely, banned in practice. In light of these statistics and circumstances, the denim sandblasting has been banned in EU and Turkey and many countries including Bangladesh, China, India, etc. The ban took effect several years ago. But now the question is, do you really believe that there is no sandblasting in the denim industry? Because the thing is that we still have a massive production of distressed and worn out jeans, and some of us own several pieces of denim garments, like myself, for example, and I have other denim clothes in my wardrobe. That being said, internationally, denim sandblasting is illegal, and there are many countries that have either passed specific laws or laws of a general character that protect occupational safety and health at workplace to reflect the illegality of sandblasting practice in the denim industry. And thankfully, alternatives exist like sanding jeans by hand with sandpaper, but they tend to be expensive. A relatively new method called surface activation involves washing down the jeans before they are dyed. Although this might sound like the beginning of a happy ending, we are far from it. Why? Because the fast fashion industry is a complex system composed of both of smaller and bigger production chains, including sweatshops and warehouses that belong to informal businesses. Listen, if you hear in the news that sandblasting has been found in this or that garment factory warehouse in this or that country, regardless of the ban, I will have to tell you that this is because of the very nature of the fast fashion industry. This is how the fast fashion industry works. Officially, some dangerous practices are banned in theory and in law, but in practice, that bad practice may exist when it comes to subcontracting smaller businesses, when in turn these small businesses subcontract other less formal businesses. Thankfully, the levels of negative effects of sandblasting, the way they existed before, are no longer present, but unfortunately it doesn't mean that sandblasting has disappeared from the earth. So what do we do as consumers? We need to check where our denim is coming from. This is the only way. On the level of consumers, on the level of NGOs and stuff, of course, there's a sufficient work that has been done and is still being carried out. But of course, that's not enough. We can still, say that, the brand is sustainable. But when that brand is working with the factory, with the tier one, the primary provider, we think that it's fine because the factory is really not using sandblasting, but its partner, a smaller business, a subcontractor, may actually use it through another subcontractor. So it's a bit of a complicated system, if you want to know. Another solution is just to, again, on a consumer level, just to stick to your pairs of denims. Do not is to not change them, not to renew the denim, just to wear it for a lifetime, because this is really the point. The point is to consume less. Of course, with the fast fashion clothes, you will be lucky if your clothes will be lasting you for 5 to 10 years. That would be actually a great scenario. I said lifetime, just not literally, but you know what I mean. Wearing a denim, listen, for 5 to 10 years would be great. Um, Hopefully, your body complexion and body weight will not change. And if it does, then you just, okay, you get the bigger pair, but then you wear it or try to keep the weight off and, just to be on the safe side, do not, again, the point is to not overconsume. Thank you for watching. For videos on fast fashion and sustainable development, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and join me every Sunday by 10 a.m. CT. And also, if you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up, smash the like button, and you can also leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching. Take care and see you next time. Bye.